Hi everyone, welcome to Matt Hill's Scale Models. Today we're going to have a look at a 1/72nd scale Hasegawa kit of the P-38 Lightning. I've got a few kits to have a look at. With all the hype over the new Tamiya 1/48 scale kit, we'll have a look at some of the older kits which might not be as nicely tooled and as new as the Tamiya kit, but can be built into a respective model with a little bit of effort. This kit has been in the stash for a little while. I've never built a P-38 Lightning kit ever, and will be building this one out of the box with probably a few scratch build improvements if I think it needs them. This is a fairly old Hasegawa kit. It can be built either the J, L or F with a little bit of cut out of a few parts. If you're going to build the F version, you would need to change the intakes around on the bottom of the engines, and I think that might be a little bit challenging for someone who hasn't built a model kit before or done any sort of modifications to a kit. But we will open it up and have a look. Inside the box you have a set of instruction sheets or instruction sheet, and the kit parts still in the bag, and I haven't undone this one, so this is going to be another smell test of what the air was like in the 1980s, as well as plastic. So without crunching the plastic around too much and without making a hell of a lot of noise, I'll use scissors this time, a more refined version of opening the bag instead of just tearing it open or rattling around ages with a pair of with a hobby knife. And we'll undo the bags. I can see a couple of parts have come loose in the box, but that's not too bad considering how old it is. So what we'll look at here is we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues of model aircraft, those being the main aircraft components, and one for the clear, a set of decals and some destructions. I'll crunch those up and make some noise in the background. What I might do, because the parts have got a couple of loose things on them, I can pack them back into the box. We have a wheel that's come off, but we have propellers, spinners, pilot, superchargers, part of the engine or the pilot's compartment, the nose of the aircraft, and this is the other part of the underneath of the engine cowling to build the F. We have some rockets for the European version, and we have got fine raised panel lines. No detail inside the nose wheel well on that one. The tyres, this one here, if you can probably not see it, probably not, has got some tread detail on there. It's not correct for diamond. It's like a bar type tread, which will look alright with a bit of a wash or something over the top of it anyway. Also in here we have some finely moulded cannons for the nose, and some really delicate parts there for some aerials and some bits and pieces as well, so care will be needed with that. Some very finely detailed undercarriage, not bad for what the kit is, but a lot of care taken because these parts look very, very delicate. We also have the cockpit tub here, which surprisingly enough has a little bit of detail to it. We've got some switches down the starboard side of the airframe in the cockpit, and on the port side here we have got some bits and pieces which you could add some levers and whatnot to add a stretch sprue to replicate different controls if you want to. And on the inside of the nose wheel door you have got some detail on there which is quite nice. And now I don't know whether the some of these are injection pin marks, those two there or not. I'm not too sure if you can see them, but it doesn't look too bad. We've got a one-piece top wing, including the top half of the fuselage halves, with some nice detail on there. And the good thing I think about that is, because they've moulded, what I think is a good thing, because they've moulded this one piece, we haven't got any clean up to do here to get rid of the detail on the top half of the wings. The underneath of the wings go into these slots here, which incorporate the flaps and air brakes on the aircraft, so there won't be any filling there if they fit really nicely, so that saves any sanding there. The one piece tail section is the same. I don't know what the fit is like yet. The landing gear bay doors are moulded together. You just carefully need to use the back of your hobby blade to scribe those open and then clean them up. And there's a few injection pin mark types in there which look like uppers, not downers, so they should be easy to remove without filler. We have here, what am I looking at now, Matt? We have the top half of the engine nacelles. We've got some long range fuel tanks down this side which have got no detail on them at all, and I don't think they did have too many details on them at this stage. I'm probably wrong, but we'll work it out. This is the fuselage, well, the engine nacelle and tail halves. There you go. It's a bit different to a conventional aeroplane. We have some nice detail on here with recessed and raised panel lines, and if the kit fits together well, we shouldn't need much fill around these areas, but we'll find that out as we go. I'll have a look at the decal sheet. The decal sheet is clear, everything's in register. We have European markings here as well as Pacific type markings here, and we have the nose art for a couple of different aircraft, and some cool markings there. The name of the aircraft here for the Pacific version, and so I think they should be alright, and a very rude finger marking there as well. So the decals look reasonably nice. Whether they hold together, probably not, but we'll put a little bit of something over them. The Hasegawa instructions on the front page gives you some information about this famous twin-engine, twin-fuselage, twin-tailed high-speed fighter of the US Army, and I won't read any more. Colour call-outs here for the J model, and then we've got a colour call-out here for an F, and then we've got the colour call-out here for an F as well in North Africa. So we've got the North African streams with the star with the yellow band around them. I'm sorry, I was barking up the wrong tree. Now I'm just telling you about the painting and marking down the bottom here, how to apply decals and different model colours, and how to use your brush with bits and pieces. On the inside we have a basic instructions which start at the top here with the basic cockpit, building the rockets, assembling the wings and the cockpit tub together, building the each tail nacelle section, and then virtually just going through building your landing doors. Two types of transparency, one for the F and one for the J and L types, hence the two canopies in there, and also showing you the propellers should be rotating in the correct, to set up the blades so they are in the right position. So that is the little P-38 Lightning. It shouldn't take too much to build, and I'll have an update photo on this as soon as possible. The colour call outs in this, they're calling for colours that I won't use, like khaki for the interior, and a few things like that, which I'll be using the zinc chromat green. I have to have a look to see whether it was zinc chromat yellow in some other areas, but the cockpit will go zinc chromat cockpit green, and we'll work on a few things from there. So be safe, model hard. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you for all your kind comments, and stay tuned for the next video. And we've got a couple of kit reviews coming up as well, and some product reviews as part of the crap. Till next time, be safe, model hard.